Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the making of Suvendu Adhikari, Bengal's Chief Minister. From being one of Mamata Banerjee's most trusted lieutenants to becoming her fiercest challenger. This is the remarkable political journey of Suvendu Adhikari. Adhikari began his political career in the Congress before joining the All India Trinamool Congress in 2000, where he quickly emerged as Mamata's key organizer in East Midnapore. He played a defining role in the 2007 Nandigram anti-land acquisition movement, a flashpoint that catapulted the TMC's rise in Bengal politics. As Mamata came to power, Adhikari held several crucial portfolios in the state government and became one of the party's strongest mass leaders. But by 2020, cracks within the TMC widened, culminating in his dramatic exit from the party. His switch to the BJP marked a major political setback for Mamata Banerjee. Remember, Suvendu Adhikari was part of the famous four, the three who backed Mamata Banerjee hardcore before that. Since then, Suvendu Adhikari has positioned himself as the ultimate insider turned challenger, taking on the very leadership he once helped build. With a strong grassroots pitch centered around the slogan, Ami Ekhankar Chhele, I am the son of the soil, Adhikari has crafted an image of a homegrown leader seeking to reshape Bengal's political narrative. From Nandigram to Bhabanipur, Suvendu Adhikari has emerged as the man who repeatedly punctured Mamata Banerjee's political dominance. In the high-stakes 2021 Bengal Assembly elections, Mamata Banerjee chose to contest from Nandigram, Adhikari's home turf and the cradle of the anti-land acquisition movement that once united them politically. But the battle turned into a fierce prestige contest between the mentor and the prodigy. Suvendu Adhikari defeated the sitting Chief Minister in one of the most dramatic electoral upsets in Bengal politics. The victory instantly elevated him as BJP's principal face in the state and marked a symbolic crack in Mamata's aura of invincibility. And the political blows did not stop there. Adhikari went on to defeat Mamata Banerjee in her own political bastion, Bhabanipur, delivering the BJP one of its biggest victories in Bengal with a margin of over 15,000 votes. For the BJP, Suvendu became more than just a turncoat challenger. He became the face of Bengal's most aggressive anti-Mamata campaign. If Suvendu Adhikari takes charge as Chief Minister, the real challenge will begin after the political victory celebrations end. His first and perhaps biggest test will be maintaining communal harmony in a deeply polarized political climate. With Bengal's sizable Muslim population, the BJP's aggressive rhetoric around infiltrators and identity politics could heighten tensions unless handled carefully. Another major challenge will be ending Bengal's entrenched culture of political violence. The state has repeatedly witnessed post-poll clashes, arson, cadre attacks and intimidation. For Suvendu, restoring faith in law and order beyond party lines will be crucial. Then comes the governance test. The BJP has long attacked Bengal over de-industrialisation, unemployment, lack of investment, having promised Paribartan or change. The pressure will now be on Adhikari to convert slogans into tangible economic performance through jobs, industry and infrastructure growth under a so-called double-engine government. Healthcare could emerge as another early challenge. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has already signalled a possible rollout of Ayushman Bharat in Bengal. Integrating it smoothly with state's existing Swasthya Sathi program will require careful administrative balancing. And finally, governance reform itself may prove to be the toughest battle. Bureaucratic efficiency and politicization have long plagued Bengal's administration. For Suvendu Adhikari, the challenge will not just be defeating Mamata politically, but proving he can govern more effectively than the system he once helped build. But taking us beyond the headlines to all the inside stories and the making of Suvendu Adhikari, Nirmalaya Mukherjee, senior journalist, Samir K. Purkhyasta, who's a senior editor with the Federal, as well as Dr. Shatrupa, who's a spokesperson for BJP. Thank you very much, all three of you, for joining me. Nirmalaya Mukherjee, for the years that you have been in Bengal, you've seen the rise of Suvendu Adhikari and you call him the part of the famous four.
Yes, actually, I never considered Mamata as a front-ranking leader. She was only the face, and she became the face in the gender politics that emerged in 2011. Bengal never had a female chief minister. So Mamata became the eighth female chief minister. The eighth chief minister is a female chief minister. So gender politics entered and she won it over. But it was not to her credit that I always gave. I always said there were four Mamatas fighting side by side. As you have said rightly, I also have said before that there was Pankaj Banerjee, there was Mukul Rai, there was Ajit Maja, and there was, of course, Mr. Suvendu Adhikari, who used to look after 11 districts. So Suvendu Adhikari had a clear political training throughout his life, and he has been a fighter like Mamata. But he is a very disciplined or organized fighter. I have seen him through all these years very closely. I know him personally. He also knows me, has to know me, because actually all the fights that took place, Nandigram especially, Mamata was not there when the firing took place. Mamata reached there the next day. As on the 21st of July in 1993, Mamata was not there when the firing took place and about 13 people died. Mamata was at that time she was in Youth Congress. So these are all history. But what Suvendu is carving out, now he was a matured politician. You see, his rise, he became chief minister in just 7 years. For Mamata, it took at least from 1998 to 2011. So Mamata broke the party, he joined, but his term to become the chief minister is only just half of Mamata. So in that way, if you say whether you make a choice between Suvendu and Mamata, I will always choose Suvendu, because I have seen him how to grow up and how to shape up Mamata in every state. There are a lot of, you see, I'll tell you one thing. BJP entered state politics in Bengal when Badal Bhattacharya from Ashoknagar first won in 1999. And then the second entry was in South Bashirhat when Shomik won. So I have seen all these. Badal was very close to me. People have forgotten about it. But every day we used to meet in the assembly. So I had been following BJP since its birth in 1980. I have seen today, Suvendu has named all the leaders. He has named Shukumar Da, he has named Horipado Harati, and up to Tathagato Rai, and now it is Shatarupa. Ekdam, he is the newest of all. She is the newest of all. But what I find in Suvendu this time is that Suvendu is a very target-oriented person. I have seen him. He moves with targets. He has already set a target of getting 60% of the votes. That should be the target. Because if you get 45% and rule the state with a mandate of 45%, you rule 100%, that is a mismatch. But that is in India, it is the first past the post system, and that continues.
Okay.
But Suvendu has already fixed a target of 60%. Next election, he has not even sworn in as the chief minister properly, only that his name has been announced as a leader of the legislature party. And according to BJP constitution, no one who is a leader, he becomes the chief minister. So he is moving with targets, with all that he has said. I believe, BJP in Bengal will definitely, I have seen three parties. BJP in Bengal will be a party with a difference. They will prove it this time. I am sure about it.
Party with difference, I think that's going to be something that we have to look into, particularly with, the Paribartan slogan that really BJP came in. We'll get to that in a bit. But Sameer K. Purkhyasta, I want to ask you a question, and that is, when it comes to Suvendu Adhikari, he's also known as a person who can woo the crowd with how he speaks. the local Bengali, the manner, the style of delivery, the crudeness to it. If you saw him, the way he approached the masses, and that's been his trademark of how he connects with the masses, of how he builds his repertoire with the masses. How significant has that been, and will that be able to continue with him as the chief minister? Because Mamata Banerjee for a very long time was also known for this. Mamata Banerjee also was known as a leader who could connect with the masses. The way she built her padyatras for a very long time was about her masses. The way where she chose to stay all these years was about the connect with the masses, not forgetting where she is coming from. So a lot of that was also with Mamata Banerjee. How much and how different will it be with Suvendu Adhikari? Because he clearly is the giant slayer. He's brought in BJP at a place. Possibly it would have never happened the way it has happened if it was not for Suvendu Adhikari.
See, we Bengalis have this habit of, when we trust some leaders, we just blind, and then we see all goods. For at least after one government comes to power, then for 10 years, we honeymoon period extends. So we tend to see, when TMC was in power, we tend to see that everything good in TMC. Now, of course, for 10 years, hopefully that trend will not continue. We have to be, as a journalist, as a commoner, we have to look at this government very critically. But having said so, there is no doubt about Suvendu Adhikari is skill about connecting with people, and not only that, he is a very good administrator. If you see, even when he was with the TMC after Mukul Roy's exit, he actually built the party organizations in districts like Murshidabad, Jangal Mahal, and all these things. He strengthened the party base. And even after joining BJP, the way, after 2021 defeat, when many had written off BJP and thought the party is, crumbling, and many MLAs started switching to TMC. After that, he didn't lose heart. He constantly fought on the ground, encouraged, mobilized his cadre, his party workers, and and now the result is for everyone to see. And and that way his elevation as a chief minister was quite expected. And because when Amit Shah personally attended his during the filing of nomination in Bhavanipur, at that time it became very apparent that he is first among equals. So it's quite natural that he has been elected as the BJP legislature party leader. And as you rightly pointed out, that he has many similarities with Mamata Banerjee. Like Mamata Banerjee, he's a mass leader. He can connect with people. He's a street fighter, and many will say, a confrontationist. That so he has all these tricks that his former political guru had. And now it is to be seen whether he can also prove to be a good administrator, because Suvendu Adhikari, among the BJP legislators, and he is among those few who come with this administrative experience. He was a important cabinet minister in the Mamata Banerjee government before he switched over to the BJP. So he has that administrative experience with him, and I think that has also was a plus when BJP leadership decided on the new chief minister.
I think there were lots of points really going for Suvendu Adhikari. It's really difficult to just say it was 2-3. There were so many aspects of him, whether it be the organizational person that he is, his grassroots connects for that matter. Of course, the fact that he did twice what no one has been able to do in terms of defeating Mamata Banerjee. But Dr. Shaturupa, I mean, the poll battle is over. The government is formed. Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari, as it were. Now, I want to ask you a question. Now that the poll rhetoric is over, it's a victory like never before for the BJP. 33% Muslims. A whole lot of infiltration narrative that's been going on. Will harmony, law and order be one of the top challenges for Suvendu Adhikari government?
Sneha, first of all, thank you for having me on the show on this auspicious day where Bengal government, for the first time, I mean, in the land of Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, the birthplace of Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, West Bengal finally woke up to the fact that a BJP government, Shyama Prasad Mukherjee's protege government, is going to now serve the state. So thank you very much for having me on the show today. And I want to start off with a few things that you said, then I'll come to what Nirmala said. And lastly, I will have to say a few things about what Shomita said. You know, you started off with protege and mentor and then dramatic exit. So I just want to add my perspective to this. The first time I had heard about, I mean, I've heard about the Adhikari family, there is no doubt about this. But I saw the protege that he is in Nandigram when I had gone to work on another project. Of course, I was part of BJP, but as the president of Bengal National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, we had set up a lot of, public toilets there. So I had gone to Nandigram itself. And when I was leaving, there was this huge ground where people started, there was a program where the local MP would be coming, Tomluk MP then, 2009 I'm talking about. Tomluk MP would be coming, and I heard, yes, the Adhikari family, Suvendu Adhikari would be coming. I had not met him in person. And Nirmalada will, I think I've shared this story with Nirmalada. Then suddenly, people went into a frenzy. And all I could see was a car from which a white clothed gentleman came out and very briskly walked up to the stage, and the crowd went haywire. I'm taking this much of time to talk about this man because that is who he is. The Adhikari family is the uncrowned royalty of East Midnapore, Purbo Midnapore, and I'm not overrating this at all. Shubhendu, when he goes amidst people, you must have seen in places like Sandesh Khali, where nobody could get in. Shubhendu got in. How he got in, that's to his credit. And the women grabbed him, like as if he was the savior. I have seen even during my campaign at Baliganj, I was contesting from Baliganj, you may be knowing.
So why this sense? What is it? So for somebody who has not seen Bengal very closely, why is this, the word that you're using, frenzy, why so?
That is what I'm trying to tell you. That you said that only Mamata Banerjee has this connect. No.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. I did not say Mamata Banerjee only had the connect. No, since you quoted me wrong, I have a right to correct myself.
I did not quote you wrong.
No. I said there was at a time when Mamata Banerjee won, that she was also known as a person who had a great connect. And then I brought in Suvendu Adhikari as a person who has an immense connect. I did not say Mamata Banerjee only had a connect. It's very important I say that. But please go ahead, proceed.
All right. Now can I finish?
Yes, please.
No, so this incredible public rapport that he has, it is, and what here I want to talk about what Nirmala said. Wherever Shubhendu goes, his body language, his affection towards people, and when he talks exactly what people want to hear. Today, when he was talking, he mentioned everyone. Like what very correctly, I mean, this is somebody like Nirmala, his sensitivity. He mentions, Shubhendu mentions everyone to the letter. He doesn't mispronounce anyone's name. He doesn't miss out anybody. This shows the personal connect he has with everybody at all levels. Now, you mentioned another thing, that there was a dramatic exit. The exit from Trinamool was so dramatic, mind you, that I think at that point of time, Nirmala will correct me, Shubhendu was heading some 11 departments and ministries.
That's true.
He left them, blanket. He just left them.
I remember that.
He hadn't joined BJP then. He left them. There was a lot of musing. Will he, won't he? Trinamool senior ministers kind of cajoled him, almost fell at his feet. There were a lot of discussions. Suvendu, don't leave. But Shubhendu was hurt. Shubhendu was disappointed in the way Trinamool was being run. And when he came to BJP, he kept on saying, till I think Shomikda scolded him at one point of time. He said, "You're not supposed to say this anymore." He kept on saying, "I used to be Trinamool, now I'm BJP." Shomikda had said in one of our internal meetings, I remember, that Shubhendu, you're not supposed to say this. You have proven that you are very much part of BJP. And mind you, he has humanized all our entire ideology. So now coming to your question about whether there will be a law and order threat or whether there will be a discrepancy between the two racial communities that we have here, I don't think so. Because even in all that Shubhendu says, he mentions very clearly that people who are with us, people who chose India during the time of partition, are very much part of the Indian population. So therefore, West Bengal will not face anything different as far as Hindus and Muslims are concerned. There will be no appeasement. There will be a uniform civil code is coming in. I think it is part of our manifesto, you would be knowing. So there will be steps taken. Law and order will be taken. There will be a very firm grip. He himself, I think, is going to handle home and deal.
All right. I don't have much time. Maybe a minute each to three of you. Nirmala Mukherjee, what would you say would be one, the biggest challenge for Suvendu Adhikari, and one, the big focus for Suvendu Adhikari? Let's look at that.
See, Suvendu is basically a political man. He is much junior to me. We call him Suvendu. So I'm not calling him Suvendu Adhikari. I call him Suvendu. Even in front of him, we call him Suvendu. So the point is that Suvendu, in his entire career, he had fought 6 elections. The first election in his life he lost. That is from Mukbedia in 2001. And after that, Suvendu had never lost. Suvendu won all the elections. The most popular face in Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, he even dislodged her. So the point, what Suvendu's aim is, what he has said today is that it is not army. Banglar Chheleke chaye, he is not going to say that. Bangla amader shobaike chaye. He is that type of man. Secondly, the amount of information he carries, it's just unimaginable. Mamta had called up Mr. Amit Shah to save her party from losing the national symbol, the national emblem. And Suvendu said how many times she had called. There were 4 calls from her department. Suvendu said, let the court say, I will give. Mamta challenged him and then went back. I still remember. Suvendu, he said, I get information about Mamta and the government from her car.
Okay.
So Suvendu's information network it's marvelous. You just can't imagine. I have followed him. I have watched him. He has certain targets, I tell you. The first target is it's a long game. I told you in your channel many times. BJP is a long haul player. Suvendu is fit into that.
Okay.
Suvendu has come and he has first said, so BJP will remain in Bengal. Like Mr. Prashant Kishore once said, the IPAC fellow once said, BJP has come to Bengal to stay.
Okay. All right, sir. Let me go to the others, otherwise I'll not be able to go to the others. Samir K. Purkhia, sir, what do you think is going to be the biggest challenge for Suvendu Adhikari?
See, I think you will face 2 major challenges. One is in today's, while addressing the party legislature party, he said the government will follow the principle of Sabke Saath, Sabke Vikas. But he will have to now walk the talk and will have to really show that the government, take all the communities along, which I think will be little difficult. We have seen similar kind of refrain in other BJP-led states, but on the ground we don't see proper application of that. I hope, sincerely hope that Bengal will be different. That is one. And then bringing investment. It is
Absolutely. I think that's going to be a big deal.
biggest challenge.
Jobs, investments, industries.
Yeah, and
I would agree with
particularly
you
to
on that.
bring
I think
many
that's going to be the biggest challenge.
and not
Doc,
only just investment. That the investment has to be meaningful investment. We have seen in Rajasthan or Jharkhand lots of investment in mining sectors that actually doesn't help the local people.
right.
So
Okay.
we need manufacturing investment in manufacturing
That's
sectors.
true. I agree on that. Dr. Shatropa, what would you say?
Yeah, I just want to remind Shomir Babu that you must have seen, I was present at the day of the nomination. My nomination was also happening that day. Mine, Shapon Das and Shubhendu Das. And Amitji was there and we were all on that big truck. And I remember Amitji telling Shubhendu Da that, look at the number of people who have come. So I told him that it's maximum because of Shubhendu Da and you, because it's mainly Bhawanipur. So he said, Tab to Bhawanipur jeet gaye. So then Shubhenduda was saying, this is an extremely personal conversation, but I just thought today would be very right to say this, that मैं साथ हूँ, Amit ji had said, जीत जाओ, मैं साथ हूँ, और जो भी challenge आएगा, हम साथ साथ उसको बने, he will cross the hurdles साथ साथ. And this is what, the challenge here is, of course it's going to be a challenge. Every running a government is always a big challenge, especially a state which has been pushed almost some 40 to 50 years back. So there will be challenges, but I am sure that Bengal is now in very, very capable hands. Bharatiya Janata Party works as a team. That is why Shubhendu Da also said that Amar Sarkar, not Amader Sarkar.
Right.
It's not mine, all of us, which even Nirmala Da was saying. It is BJP works as a team and always in tandem with the center. If you look at any other state government where BJP is ruling, it is always a teamwork.
Okay.
So
I think we're completely out of time. But it's been lovely talking to all three of you. I think all three of you have seen and known Suvendu Adhikari up close and personal, and that just completely shows it's a new chapter for Bengal. And let's just see how this goes forward. Nirmala Mukherjee, Samir K. Purkyasta, and Dr. Shatarupa, thank you so much for joining us for this lovely conversation.